just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Okay.
I think that's your review for this movie. Hello, Internet Dwellers, and welcome back to Franchise Schmanchise. I am Jeff Bell here with my co-host for the Die Hard franchise, TC DeWitt. Hello, TC.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. And we're back again watching the 2013 movie, in quotes, A Good Day to Die Hard. I feel the pain, the crying, and the pain. So much pain.
What a misnomer. Oh, God. The word good in this title? Are you kidding me? All right. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
So, A Day to Die Hard, just like the franchise, directed by John Moore and starring a somehow still alive Bruce Willis back as John McClane. He looked...
Oh, and Jai Courtney, Mr. Box Office Poison himself.
He needs to stop being in franchises that existed before he was born.
Stop trying to make Jai Courtney a thing, all right? He's the Sam Worthington of most recent, where it's like, hey, he's a leading man. Look at him. Stop throwing him at us. He's not a thing.
Ironically,
stop trying to make him a thing.
Both in the Terminator franchises.
Right?
They just need to stop. So anyway, by the end of this episode, we will answer the important question, actually a couple different questions, but the most important one, does this movie deserve a sequel? So let's hop into a truck and drive for 40 minutes of explosions and crashes and car flips that would have killed the average person 20 times over and get into discussing this film starting now.
Yes. Right? I mean, how long is that car? I timed it, okay? I wrote it down. It's 23 minutes of a car chase.
What?
23 minutes in a 90-minute movie car chase. Are you kidding me?
I started about halfway through. I paused the movie and I looked at how long the movie had been going for. And the movie had been going for almost an hour. And I realized at that point that it was two set pieces in the entire film for almost an hour, and it was primarily the car chase. Like, that sucker just went on and on.
There are more coherent car chases in the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yes. That's the thing. And that's the thing. That's what it felt like. It felt like it was a sequence that should have been in a Fast and the Furious movie. I didn't feel like I was watching a Die Hard movie. I felt like I was watching a Fast 12. Like, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we've clearly cracked this thing open. But you said it right. You didn't feel like you're watching a Die Hard movie. This is not a Die Hard movie, okay? This is not a Die Hard movie. Not at all. This is not John McClane. This is not even following the formula. And I'm fine when movies break their formula. But Die Hard 5 makes Die Hard 4 look like Die Hard 1.
Oh my God. Die Hard. I realized after watching this movie, I really enjoyed Die Hard 4. Like,
thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
like that was so crazy because it finished. Like,
it made you have an appreciation for it.
It did, because at least Die Hard 4 felt more like a Die Hard movie than this thing did.
Like they knew they were making a sequel to the Die Hard movies. This does not feel... I already said it, but I'll keep saying it. It's not a Die Hard movie. I don't know what this is. I don't know whose first draft script this was. Oh, and by the way, we watched the extended.
Yeah.
You watched the extended. I watched the extended. Lucy is in the theatrical release.
But not in the extended cut.
So there's the scene in the beginning. If you have not seen this movie, folks...
Don't.
I will attempt to tell you the plot in as concise a manner as possible. John's son is in Russia and is arrested for murder. So John goes to Russia to get his son. And they get caught up in some CIA operation involving some criminal... Okay, see, that's the best I can do. In the theatrical release, Lucy drops John off at the airport and is like, "Go get my brother back." I know you guys. She gives a little unnecessary exposition. So I was surprised when I was watching this and she didn't show up, and I was like, "Good for you, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Way to ask not to be in the movie. Thank you. Good for you."
She even knew that it was a pile of crap.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking real quick about like the writing of this, this is the first Die Hard film in the franchise that is not based upon a previous work.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's not based upon a book. It's not based upon another script. It's not based upon like an article or a previous script. It is the first Die Hard film that was specifically written to be a movie. It was to be a Die Hard film. And
who the hell wrote this?
Oh, do you want to know who wrote it?
Tell me who wrote this movie.
The guy who wrote it is by the name of Skip Woods.
That sounds like a fake name.
Skip is first off, he works for a company called Wetwork Tactical LLC out of Austin, Texas, which is a weapons handling firm.
Okay.
This is the same guy who wrote Swordfish.
Oh god.
Both Hitman movies.
Oh god.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh my gosh.
And the A-Team movie.
Yeah, I like the A-Team movie.
That was like the one that's kind of okay.
It's because when you're in the hands of a competent director like Joe Carnahan, it's kind of hard not to have a fun movie. But you know what? That is an impressively bad resume. It's
just one after another of just bad movies.
I would kill for that resume.
Who? Because I don't think I would.
Skip Cooper here, whatever his name was. That's who I.
I looked that up. Because I'm like, okay. I'm like, who wrote this? I want to know who. Because actually,
who is responsible for this?
I went into it going, what freaking piece of work is this based on? Like, I'm like, what is it based on? Because I didn't know. And that's when I started digging into it. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, he specifically wrote this movie as a Die Hard movie.
I'm serious. This plays like a first draft. All right.
So I live tweeted. I'm coming back to that. I live tweeted watching this movie, and it's going to be on the page on the GhostAt website for it in case anybody missed it. I kept ripping on the writing, and I basically, like, one of my comments, I don't even remember what it is, but one of my comments was that the car chase sequence felt like the writer had maybe 20 or 30 different like fun stunts on pieces of paper in a hat and just randomly drew them out. Car drives down an alleyway and smashes cars out of the way. Got it. Okay. Drive off a bridge and into a cement like sewage pipe. Got it. Okay.
Which to be fair is a pretty cool stunt, but it just has no place in this movie.
No.
Can you imagine what ended up on the cutting room floor? I don't think I think they put every second of footage they filmed for this car chase in the car chase.
I'm pretty positive they did. Like, I'm really certain they did. It's so, and that, I mean, yeah, we're talking about the car chase. Like, the rest of the movie is just as bad. Like, there's nothing that is good about this film.
This movie is what the people responsible for this movie have a gross misunderstanding of what Die Hard is.
Right.
Okay, and you know what? I don't want this to me. I can understand that this might sound like I'm fanboying, right? That I like, this isn't my Die Hard. This isn't even a good movie. No. Okay, this isn't that I think it's a terrible Die Hard movie. This is a terrible film.
Yep.
And the fact that it exists and was put up on the big screen is just baffling to me.
Yep.
What? I'm broken, Jeff. I'm broken.
This movie has broken you. TC, come back, TC. Well, so one thing I pointed out, I noted, and the only reason why I even noticed this was because they kept making such a big deal about it. John continuously throughout the film keeps making these little comments about how he's on vacation.
I'm on vacation. No, you're not.
No, you're not. No, exactly. Like, you're here to get Jack, right?
Right.
Why? Like, and they're trying to play that line off like it's a joke. Like, okay, you do it once, maybe it's like okay, but he does it like he actually is on vacation. Like there was a completely different draft of this movie where John went on vacation and got caught up in this.
and got caught up in some mix up, yeah.
Which we will come back to for what I feel like this movie should have been. So,
man, their attempt at making jokes, I think that's one of the problems that why this is so un-Die Hard like. Right. There are no jokes in this. There are no legitimate. In fact, like in the car chase, he's trying to be a smart. He freaking steals a guy's car, punches him in the face, like, "Don't you speak English?"
Yeah,
it's like the definition of an ugly American.
Yep. That's not John McClane.
No,
there's nothing about it.
He's just destroying things. I'm so revved up. I'm sorry. He is just destroying things. Like, yes, John has blown shit up in 4 movies now, but every time he's done it, it's been more or less necessary to accomplish the greater good. In this, it's just wanton destruction.
Yep. And like they tried, like I feel like there was a moment on the set when they were like, "Oh man, John doesn't have any." Like this is giving them a lot more credit than I think they deserve. But like there's one where they're like, "Oh man, John usually is like caring about people and he goes out of his way to like make sure people are safe." And well, he hasn't really done that in this movie. But let's have him give the Russian guy who after he gets shot his coat to make him feel better.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
That'll make up for it.
That's the Die Hard checklist right there.
That's what it felt like. Okay. Let's go down the Die Hard checklist, shall we? Let's do that. Okay. We have a helicopter exploding.
Yes,
check.
Yes.
We have a quip about cowboys and how some foreign nationality hates cowboys.
Yep, completely crowbarred in.
Oh my, that line, I groaned out loud.
Wait, I forgot to ask, have you seen this before?
Me?
Yeah.
I had seen up until they walked into, or when they were taking Yuri to meet his daughter.
Okay, wow, you didn't get. I mean, I guess that's kind of.
I got halfway through the movie. That's as far as I ever got, and I turned it off. And I am not going to lie, I came this close to turning it off again, but I couldn't.
I fell asleep. I told you before we recorded today. I'm like, I need to finish the movie. I fell asleep.
That should just be our meter of how much we like a movie is whether or not we fell asleep during it.
But back to the checklist. What a slap in the face to recreate the Hans Gruber. Falling off the roof.
Character falling off the moment. A character getting. Let's see. What was my other one? The yippee-ki-yay motherfucker line is.
Yeah, I got that.
Which is in there, which feels kind of forced as well. Like it's just you can go through one like step by step. And you get everything that was in Die Hard, that's in all the Die Hard movies, except they are delivered in this movie as if they were literally just going down a checklist. Like if the writer watched Die Hard 1 and went, "Oh, here's all the things I want to include or I need to include, so it feels like a Die Hard movie." And check. Right. Oh, he hasn't said, he hasn't mentioned about cowboys. Well, just say, "Oh, I don't like Americans, especially you cowboys." Done. Beautiful.
Like, look, this movie, there's been so many Die Hards since the success of Die Hard. It's one of the epitome of Hollywood copy movies. Like, Home Alone is Die Hard.
Yeah.
Air Force One is Die Hard. Like, it's just Die Hard. Paul Blart Mall Cop. It's just one of those standard. This is one of the worst wannabe Die Hards I've ever seen.
And it's part of the franchise.
Yes. There's another John-ism, like a McClane-ism that he's always had, that in this one makes it's so nonsensical, and it's his cop intuition. Okay, so if you think of like the first one, like, "Oh, what's wrong? No bullets." We think I'm stupid. Like he was smart enough to do that in the first one. In the second one, he starts putting it's blanks. His cop intuition allows him to make these leaps along his path, even in 3, even in 4. In this one, he's in a room with Yuri and his daughter, and he just goes, "Something's not right here." What? Your spider sense is tingling?
He does.
Are you kidding me?
He has literally become a superhero in this movie.
There's no... All of his intuition that has happened in the 4 previous movies, there has been a logical tip off points where he would be able to notice something like a good cop would,
right,
and therefore come to his conclusion, right? In this one, it's just like, oh, right, John's super smart. He knows when shit's not right. Like, no, that's not how it works.
like the closest he came to something with his intuition that was a little closer to quote unquote reality is when he's standing outside of the courtroom in the beginning, and like his McLean sense kicks in, and he sees like, well, there's a truck parked down there, and it's just sitting there.
The completely incoherent first 25 minutes of this movie.
Oh my gosh. It is so bad. So bad.
Look, this movie isn't even bad enough. Like how you rank a movie is cyclical, right? Mm-hmm. There's a movie that can be amazing, there's a movie that can be bad, and then there's a movie that can be so bad it's amazing, right? Yep. And it's that bottom area of like, no, this is just a waste of time. Yeah. Don't waste your time, okay? Yep. I'll recommend a Dean Cain movie before I recommend this movie.
Damn. No one recommends Dean Cain movies. But like, I will agree. Like, I have found numerous films over the years. Actually, I love seeking them out, especially on Netflix. I did a whole podcast for the longest time, which was about really bad movies that were fun to watch because they were so bad. You could at least laugh at them or make fun of them or joke. Like, you still have fun watching it. This movie, I was, like I said, I was bored halfway through it. I'm like, this is just stupid. It's just fast-paced action. It's just random quick cuts and nonsense. There's no real story. Mm-hmm. It's barely a story.
It's not even... It's... Okay, so, you know what? I'll say this. It's a good-looking movie.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
It's got some great cinematography when the camera's not being shook on purpose.
When it's not being shook on purpose, and when it's not cutting to something and then doing a smash zoom in on the item. Like every other second. Watch this movie and count how many times it does that.
Someone else was telling me about that. Someone complaining about BVS was complaining about the smash zooms that Snyder does. But what this Die Hard 5, I won't go off on anything else but Die Hard 5, is it's not even stupid fun.
Right.
Like Michael Bay makes stupid fun. Yep. And his movies, they look good. They are frat boy, lowest common denominator action movies, but there's a pace to them and a fun to them. And as stupid as they are, they're fun to watch. Yep. Think of Bad Boys, think of the Transformers movies, which are mind-numbingly stupid. Mm-hmm. They still have something about them. Michael Bay just does something right. He knows how to put up a flashy blockbuster. Yep. And I don't know if this movie was attempting to even capture that. I think that someone thought, hey, let's make Taken. No. Let's make Taken 2.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, because at least Taken was a semi-decent film.
Yeah. Sorry, I did not mean to besmirch the name of Taken, because Taken, the first one, is a surprisingly damn good action flick. Taken 2 and Taken 3 are dog shit.
Oh man,
that's where this movie belongs, next to those movies.
Man, you know, I was gonna say you better be careful what you're saying, because the next thing you know, Liam Neeson's gonna show up at your door and is gonna threaten you.
I have a particular set of skills. You know, I think that did Taken come out the same year as this movie? No. You know what did come out the same year as this movie? The best Die Hard movie that came out this year, Olympus Has Fallen.
Yes. Oh man, Olympus Has Fallen, a movie that is more a Die Hard film than the last two Die Hard 5 is. And if you think about it, is exactly where the Die Hard franchises should have gone. Like, that is exactly, like, in my head, okay, if they didn't keep making John such a freaking like just bum, like where they started going with him after the third one, that it should have been like, no, he actually got his life kind of back on track. Yeah, his marriage is still a little rocky, but you know what? Hey, somebody likes me. They offered me a job protecting the president. I'm gonna take it, and he does. He's already in the area. Why the hell not? Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, Olympus Has Fallen is the best Die Hard movie that came out that year.
I enjoyed Olympus Has Fallen. That was just fun.
And I'll rope it in with Taken of being surprisingly better than it should be. Yeah. Because we look at so many movies that just, you can tell right up front, okay, you just are trying to capture this action franchise. You're trying to be Die Hard, which is what Olympus Has Fallen is right. You could just see by the previews. Okay, you think you're going to be Die Hard. Well, guess what? It succeeds at that. I mean, hell, even the first Paul Blart Mall Cop succeeds at capturing the spirit of Home Alone and Die Hard.
TC, but there's a common thread. You seem to really like the first Paul Blart film.
No, don't. Unbelievable.
You have continuously mentioned this movie.
Just what, like 3? Is there like a tally? Do I need to like play back and see how many times? I will never mention it again, you son of a bitch.
I just happened to notice this is like I need to go back and listen to the other episodes. I'm pretty positive this is like the third time you have brought up Paul Blart.
Look, in discussing the Die Hard franchise, I'm going to defend myself now, you bastard. Look, in defending the Die Hard franchise, discussing the Die Hard franchise, the best way to analyze it is by looking at its copycats.
Right.
Okay? And there have been plenty of copycats.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see the fallacies of these copycats in how wrong they get the formula. And this movie, Die Hard 5, just gets it so wrong. Yeah. It's not smart. John's a dickhead. Yeah. There's no jokes. I mean, we start the movie meeting the villain.
Oh, yeah. Like it opens, the cold open is the villain, is you being introduced to the villains, who, mind you, I really didn't care about.
Yeah. It makes Timothy Olyphant look pretty awesome, doesn't
like
he?
At least he had some sort of like, oh, okay, I understand why you're doing what you're doing. Those two guys, it felt like the villains were supposed to be the movie. Like
like you follow them,
right? Like Yuri and whoever the hell that business dude was that kept coming, that was like trying. I don't even know. I don't even
with
care.
The carrot. You talking about the dude with the carrot?
Yes. Yeah.
What is that? What? I don't.
I like to think that the guys who wrote this watched the CinemaSins guy who always comments about, the director said make you eat an apple because that'll make you even look more like an asshole, and they went, we're not doing that. We're gonna make him eat a carrot.
We need the highest CinemaSins score.
And the director said, make you eat a carrot to make you look like even more of an asshole than would eat an apple. But I feel like those two characters are the characters that were supposed to be the main characters, and it just kind of like slapped in a John McClane storyline into the midst of it because like they had a thing the whole time and I didn't care. And then what happened? At the end when Yuri kills the other bad guy or he has somebody, I didn't care.
Yeah,
I just didn't care.
It's so different. Like, just go back to that first one and what we said, where like each individual villain, each individual thug had a character about them and are memorable. Whether you know their names or not, you could pick them out in the lineup because that's how well done and well crafted those characters are. And even in 3, even in 4, I mean Maggie Q and the parkour dude. Yeah. They stand out. Yep. They there's something about them that's memorable. Tap dancing carrot asshole. What?
It's just it felt so bad, and I can't even. I can't even.
I wonder if how I feel about this movie is how people felt about 4. Because people hated 4. Yeah. And I walked out of 4 like, why does everyone hate this movie? I'm confused.
I think again, and I as we discussed on 4, like I walked out of the theater having enjoyed myself. I feel like, and I remember watching the unrated version of it and felt better about it because it felt more like a Die Hard movie. But definitely, like I said at the beginning of this episode, having now watched this, having now seen what is, as you know, for all intents and purposes, the antithesis. I can't say that. It's a big word.
The antithesis
of of a Die Hard movie. Having seen this one, which is as far away from a Die Hard movie as you could possibly get, having seen this, oh man, 4 is like just golden. 4 is like, okay, there could have been 1 or 2 things that you could have done better, but pretty much overall, I give you a B+ because you did pretty damn good. This is like flat. This is not even an F. This is a 0. This is an incomplete. I
man.
am giving this film an incomplete rating because I will agree with you. It feels like a first draft where he went through, where the writer went through, wrote down like, well, here's the beats. I kind of want to hit, there's going to be a really cool car chase. And, there's going to be some time in the middle here when John and Jack can like reconnect their relationship. And then, okay, we're going to go off into the final battle. And, the bad guy's actually, really bad. He's going to kill us, but he's got his girl, he's got his daughter. And that's it's family. It's all about family. And then the end.
Yeah.
And then the director went, beautiful, let's start filming now. And then walked away with the script.
Can we get it off the notepad before we start? Nah, I'll just make photocopies for everybody. Look, this is how lazy and terribly thought out that this movie was. I don't know if you realize this, Jeff, but there's a moment during that car wreck when he's just crushing the vehicles. There's that woman who screams as he crushes her car. John is doing this. And at one point he shouts, "Is that it? Is that all you got?" Right? That is literally copy and pasted audio from Die Hard 4 when the Harrier jet is fighting the semi-truck.
Really?
They literally took the audio clip and dropped it in, as if someone was like, "Boy, I wish we would have got Bruce here to say like more one-liners or something. Can we just snag a one-liner from one of the other movies? Sure. Who's gonna notice? I noticed."
Man, I didn't.
Is that it? Is that all you got? Literally,
I did not piece that together. I guess that's how much I was checked out. It had to be. I never even made that connection. Wow. That's bad. Holy crap. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words right now. That is horrendous. I'm trying to think of what are some of the other things here I was going to talk about and bring up real quick. Oh, you know what? And of course, I'm sorry. I forgot the biggest entry onto the Die Hard checklist. I forgot it. I can't believe I forgot this. I feel so pathetic. It's just about money.
It's just about money.
It's always about money. It's just another bank heist. It's just another heist. It's just another trying to get something to make money. That's it.
But I thought it was about the uranium.
No, of course. That's what you're meant to think. Ooh, no. No, it's about selling the uranium and making tons of money off of the uranium.
Well, let's try to dissect this villain's plan. His name's Yuri. I don't know.
We're going to just call him that.
So he's in prison and he needs to bust out, but CIA Jack McClane actually breaks him out thinking they need him for something with like the CIA, but then his guys chase him down. And then he gets sick.
Yeah, see that part I'm confused about because you see him going in with Yuri, him getting busted out, but then him escaping, but then him taking Yuri, like supposedly he had to be at like a drop off point at some point with Yuri because he's on the walkie, or he's on the radio with, I'm assuming, other CIA operatives because they're in a very dark black room with lots of monitors.
Yeah,
like I'm assuming
that stupid Jerry Bruckheimer scene where they're all speaking in the ghost down, rogue, get the drone, break 5-5, like exactly. Nonsense, babble.
And then they're like, oh, he's late, or he's leading them to us, and then you never see those people with no explanation of those people ever again.
Yeah,
because then when Jack shows up at his safe house question mark,
Cole Hauser's there to die.
Yeah, and like the entire time you're watching that, and I'm like, that partner's he's got to be a bad guy. That can't be a good guy. This has got to be like some double cross, and then he gets killed by the people who broke Jack out.
And then tap dancing guy kidnaps Yuri in front of them when he doesn't have to because he's working with them. Yeah. But then he betrays them anyway. Jeff.
There's so many like triple and quadruple crosses.
God bless this editor, because this editor created a feature-length film
somehow
out of whatever the hell this is. And just my hat is off to this editor.
As a professional editor, which I can say because I am. It's my job, basically. At least as my job as an editor.
Yeah.
I would probably have had a like not a stroke, like a coronary.
Just a complete aneurysm.
That's it.
A conniption. You would have taken your bottom lip and just pulled it over your head.
I'd been like, I can't. I just can't. And then I would have walked away. So let's go over here. So the editor. Oh man, dude, look where you came from. So the editor, holy loud, my everything just started making noises over here. So the editor in this film, just since we brought him up, is the same editor who was the lead editor for Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, so part 2.
Okay.
Max Payne.
Oh God.
Predators.
Oh God.
Spy Kids 4.
He must come from the school of Rodriguez then.
He actually was an assistant editor on The Nutty Professor, Liar Liar, Half Baked, Patch Adams, Galaxy Quest, The Ladies' Man, The Cat in the Hat, and Flight of the Phoenix.
Aside from Galaxy Quest, never mind. So just damn everyone who was involved with this movie.
Exactly. Everybody except for Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who decided to not be a part of the extended cut.
Good for her.
Which I don't know if that was actually her decision or not. But, it's probably good. You know what?
For her. I want to make another complaint about this movie. There's a shot in the trailer where the daughter, in a leather catsuit, climbs off a motorcycle and just unzips the front and pulls it off to reveal all of her, bikini-clad goodies. Yep. Not in the movie. What the hell?
For no reason.
What the hell?
It's totally just trailer eye candy.
Might have gave him just an iota of a boost up on their rating from incomplete to I'll give you a second. No, forget it.
So there is one. I will say this, and this was one of my live tweets. I do appreciate the fact that over the course of these last 4 films, the filmmakers have decided that John McClane does still have his CDL license, and that he is able to drive very large trucks without a problem. Multiple large trucks. Like,
we need John to get out of this situation. What do we do? Well, there's a truck over there.
What about like if he had a car or even like a pickup truck? No. No, it needs to be like a diesel giant, needs to be a flatbed truck, needs to be a semi truck, needs to be a dump truck, needs to be what else can we have in here? Just anything that's giant. Those days of him, whatever, driving around on snowmobiles, that's the past. No.
That's passe. Unbelievable. What other notes you got?
Oh my goodness. I'm going through my notes here and I'm trying to think. So one of the other things I noticed, and it kind of goes back to just the fact that it's an hour 40, just how much stuff happens. The way that they cut it and the way that they overlapped the stories, it felt like the movie was supposed to be 2.5 hours long.
Oh God! And I could not have sat through.
No,
that.
Neither could have I. Based upon if this is say it because this is also the shortest Die Hard movie.
Yes, it is. It's just narrowly got in as a feature film.
Exactly. But it's like it felt like at points, because of the way that they cut and they were overlapping what felt like different scenes, like they were finishing one scene and here's another scene that's already playing out, over top or underneath the dialogue. Like it just felt like they were trying to just go and just condense it through the movie and just try to get through all the unnecessary crap, which would have been all of the exposition and all of the actual story. Basically, they just wanted to get to the next, fast-paced action scene. They have serious issues with pacing, especially, and I know it was in the version that we watched, especially for the fact that you consider that the first hour is all action. with about a minute of actual dialogue, like actual dialogue, mind you, not just
not just shouting and copying and pasting from Die Hard 4.
Exactly. And then we go into a nice scene that is between Jack and John, where John pulls out the piece of rebar from Jack. Okay, like, okay, great. They're kind of bonding and they're going to get going. Nope, never mind. Now we are in a car driving somewhere, continuing to have that bonding conversation. That's pretty much what we just heard. Okay. So now, So now we're actually going to get to Chernobyl. Okay, no, wait, nope. We have to have one more moment before they go into Chernobyl. That's
I love you, son.
Yeah.
I love you, son.
Like, you need a hug? You know we're not a hugging family. No, just stop. Just it felt like at that point in the movie that they had forgotten we need to have some sort of like family bond moment, and they just crammed it all together. Oops. Like it's just
This is it. Okay, you know what? Let's answer the question. Do you have more notes?
No,
I'm ready to just
I think we're pretty much done with this.
Does this, the ever important question that this podcast asks, does this movie deserve a sequel? And I can say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, no. Absolutely not.
I will fully agree.
You have killed it. You had $100 million budget. You made $60 million total. You screwed up there. Yeah, it's dead.
Yep.
It is no longer hard to die when you're this bad of a film. It's dead hard.
Do you think that is why it's a good day to die hard, is because they realized, they're like, yeah, this is pretty much it. This is a good way to die. Just not even a good way. It wasn't even good.
Because I told you on the last podcast what they could have done with this franchise, what they still could do with this franchise if they freaking wanted to, is give it to Lucy. Don't give it to freaking Jai Courtney. But no, they had a chance here. I think if say la vie, whatever. I'm not a genie. I can't do anything about it. But I think a Lucy McClane Die Hard would have been a damn fine idea to go with. And I know you said you. Wait, Jeff, does this deserve a sequel?
Oh, absolutely not. No. Okay. No.
You did say you knew what this movie could have been. What would you have done, sir?
You know what I would have done with this movie? Because it got me thinking. It got me thinking every time John kept talking about how I'm on vacation. Like, what would have made this movie feel like a Die Hard film? What was it about the first four? Again, I will completely include 4. But what would have made it? What made it about the first 4 films that made it a Die Hard film? As we have brought up time and time again, it was the story about a man who just is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He doesn't want to be a part of it, but he is ultimately a part of it, whether he likes it or not. So here's my concept. You know what? Maybe, and I hadn't figured this part out yet, but either way, I'm like, maybe John and Holly, hey, here's a great chance to bring Holly back into it. She's been missing for a couple of films. Maybe they are actually trying to rekindle their relationship, so they decide, let's go on vacation.
You're bringing Holly into
Let's bring Holly
movie.
Actually, and she's not a voice on a phone. She's not being referenced. She's actually back. And, like they're like, all right, let's go on a vacation together. Let's go and let's do this. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. So they do, much to John's dismay. He doesn't want to be on the plane. He hasn't liked flying. That has already kind of been established. Yet he just...
Yeah, even if he took lessons.
Exactly. Yet he just apparently hops on a plane in this movie, has absolutely no problem getting anywhere. But like, maybe they do. Maybe they go somewhere. So they're away. They're out there. But the problem is that even though John doesn't want to maybe get involved, he can't help it, but his cop intuition pulls him into something just to help somebody.
Yeah. I need to help. I gotta be a cop.
Yep.
I'm a cop at heart. I'll always be a cop.
Like, Holly, honey, you gotta understand. I gotta go help them.
You're ruining vacation, John.
And like, it could, that might borderline on being too comedic. My original concept was just Holly wasn't in it, and John just does actually go on vacation to get the hell away. Like, his boss specifically tells him, just go on vacation. Just get the hell out of here. And I
got this for you. We can start the movie implied that he's going on vacation, that he's taken time away from his life, right? Yep. And you need to have that emotionally grounded connection moment, like that makes it more than just what it seems. Even though it's a dumb action movie, all the Die Hard movies have that little bit of heart to them.
Yeah.
And I remember way back when for Die Hard 1, you had a pretty dark concept for what 2 should be.
Right.
Well, I'm going to take you there.
Okay.
I think that he's on vacation, escaping from just trying to get away from the rigmarole he gets involved in, but he gets caught up in some adventure with someone, and the truth will come out that he did fix his marriage too late, and Holly passed away.
Ooh.
And he's not on vacation. He's a widow, and he needed to get away, forced by the precinct to say, do not come back to work. You are a mess of a human being. You need to go on vacation, almost forcing him into like a semi-retirement because all he has now is his job. And so like it would be a conversation piece. It'd be something to slow it down. It would really be like, oh, damn, John. Because it'd be similar to something like Catch Me If You Can, where Tom Hanks' character says, oh, I'm going to spend time with my daughter. She's 3, and then later he admits, no, she's 15. She'll just always be 3 to me. Like that sort of thing.
Right. Okay. I like that because it gives you some more sympathy for John, because it's like, dude, come on, man. You should have, you had all those chances to do it, to rekindle your relationship with your wife, and now it's too late, and now you can't, and now she's gone forever. And that now what are you going to do? And yeah, I like that idea. I like the idea of him being like too late and being forced to go on vacation. And now that he's on vacation, like if they want to bring in, I was trying to find a way to like bring Jack in solely because I'm like, okay, you brought in Lucy, they would have to bring Jack in at this point. And
maybe
not, but like just thinking of the way like some Hollywood execs might go with it. They're like, well, we got to bring in Jack. We got to see the whole family. Let's do that. I keep slipping into my Bruce Willis accent whenever I do that. It's weird. But like I was,
well, maybe you could, yeah, maybe you could bring in Jack, but I think connecting him with another kind of like Justin Long was roped in.
Okay,
maybe a more competent action hero that John's helping, and he could say, kind of like reiterating the message he had in the last one, which is sometimes you got to be that guy, but adding to that message and saying, but you don't always have to be. Don't forget what's important.
Okay.
Don't make this everything that you are. You have a family. Get back to that family. Oh, man. Because then you know what you do, Jeff?
What?
After instilling that message, at the end of the movie, John sacrifices himself and dies to save that guy.
Thank you.
So that the guy leaves with the understanding that, yes, you can be the hero, but at the end of the day, you have to have something more important than just being a hero.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Die Hard.
Because the last line of my written note was ultimately John sacrifices himself to save his son, which was my original concept, thus ending the franchise. Yes, that is what I would do. That the way to end it would be John does, in fact, actually die, or he sacrifices himself. He uses because he realizes, crap, there's no way out of this. Yeah. That the only way out of it, the only way to stop it is for me to take care of it and let me go. And then that is the end of John. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it's one step further from the shooting himself through his already bullet wounded shoulder.
Right. Oh yeah, because after that you've realized like he's willing to hurt himself. Obviously, you kind of know this. He's willing to hurt himself in order to stop somebody. Yeah. So what would prevent him from honestly just making that ultimate sacrifice and killing himself? Obviously, doing whatever. I don't know what it would be, but like that's the concept. Because then if we went this route where John is on a vacation, he can begrudgingly keep having those quips about I'm on vacation. Like then those are funny because he actually is on vacation to a degree, whether he likes it or not. But, him getting caught up in it, just then that makes sense. And I wonder if that's not where they kind of were trying to go and then just said, forget it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard to know. It's so die hard to know, TC.
Ow.
Oh, it's so die hard to know. That is ridiculous. But yeah, I don't. That's the only thing I could think of. And yeah, definitely this movie should not ever have a sequel.
Yep. This is it.
This is totally it.
Dead on arrival hard.
What other ones can we come up with? A Die Hard's Night.
What other Die Hard type? Whatever happened to the old number system? Why can't we just call it Die Hard 5, Die Hard 6? No, we don't need Die Hard 6.
No, we don't need Die Hard 6. Contrary to what's happening, we do not need a Die Hard 6.
So where do we go from here, Jeff? We've reached the end of the franchise.
We have. This was it. This is the end of the franchise. And now for this first one, because this is kind of the first time we've done it, this will probably evolve a little bit more as the podcast as a whole goes. I was going to say the franchise goes, but I'm like, no. We're done with this franchise.
It's done.
At least for
now. We've declared it.
Yes.
No, it does not deserve a sequel.
It does not deserve a sequel. But what if there is a sequel, TC?
Oh, God.
We will come back and have to talk about that one.
You will have to drag me out of retirement.
Kicking and screaming like some sort of Murtaugh.
I'll be in the back of a police van drinking a cup of coffee and some aspirin, wondering what the lotto numbers were.
And I will explain to you that I used my badge number, as always, to bet on the lotto numbers. And then you will find out later that I have been killed. Well, that turned really dark. I'm sorry. Well, I figured what we would do, because we're at the end of the franchise, what we should do is we should discuss, as we kind of talked a little bit about, we should discuss the franchise as a whole. Now that we are done with all 5 movies of this series, let's just kind of briefly talk about the movie series as a whole and kind of just go through some things. I would like to point out real quick, I want to discuss, or just want to briefly bring up the Metascore. For each of the 5 films. The Metascore was a key thing that we discussed a little bit on the Top Shelf podcast that I used to do, just because it does kind of give you an insight into the critic's opinion regarding the movie. Okay. So just real quick, I'm just going to read these off from Die Hard on up. So for the original Die Hard, with 231 critic reviews, it had a Metascore of 70, which is it's a pretty good score for an action movie. Die Hard 2 with 141 critics had 67 for a Metascore. Little lower, not bad.
Little lower. Yeah.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, actually with 147 critics, had a Metascore of 58.
Really? That feels really low.
It's really low. Now, the IMDb rating for it is 7.6, whereas the original Die Hard was 8.2. So the Metascore, or the user review, is actually pretty good. It's pretty high. But the critics kind of were lukewarm about it. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Live Free or Die Hard, with 353 critic reviews, so about double what the third Die Hard film had, has a Metascore.
Which you know why, right?
For which one?
Because for Die Hard 4. Because Die Hard 4 came out in the internet age. Die Hard 1, 2, and 3 did not.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Die Hard 4 had a Metascore of 69. It has a high... Yeah, shut up. I knew you were going to do that. It has a higher Metascore than Die Hard 3 does.
Wow. Now, as I stated last time, I like Die Hard 4, but it's not better than Die Hard 3. That's crazy.
It has a higher Metascore than Die Hard 2 and 3.
Wow.
They both have that. It also has a higher user rating than Die Hard 2 did.
Wow.
Die Hard 3 still has a higher rating, but Die Hard 4 is higher. And then we get to Die Hard 5 with 411 critic reviews, the most reviews done by critics out of all 5 films. It has a 28 Metascore.
Boom.
And a 5.3 for the user rating, ultimately making it the worst movie and the only Die Hard film to be rated below 7.1 of user ratings. So we are definitely not alone.
We are not wrong.
We are not
It's good
wrong.
to know we are not wrong.
That's just something I would like to do. Like, I'm going to do that on future ones too, after the fact. I don't want to do it while we're watching it, because it's kind of nice to just to be like, and I feel like we are definitely on board with what those ratings are, whether it's the Metascore or the user ratings, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like, you're right. We're pretty close on all those. I am surprised that 4 is so high, but I will call that on the fact that we're in the internet age now and there's more people stating their opinion online.
True.
than in the past. Like Die Hard 1, 2, like those critic scores are coming from newspapers and magazines.
Exactly. And now you think about it, like the critic scores nowadays will be from pretty much any movie.com website that's out there.
Yeah.
Granted, really, it's usually IMDb and JoeBlow.com that tend to be the most popular of the movie websites. Hey, I've been on JoeBlow.com since it opened. Like that's
fine. That's fine.
But like I just wanted to run through that real quick because I thought that was very, very interesting. Yeah, I do agree. I feel like Die Hard 4 being so high on the Metascore, I'm very surprised, and that Die Hard 3 was so low. Yeah. Seems kind of weird, actually, because I really enjoyed the third one, as evidenced by our episodes. Now, TC, out of all of them, is it safe to say, I would normally ask this, but I feel like we've made our opinion pretty dang clear. Which of the 5 movies do you feel is the weakest?
Oh, 5, okay, no doubt about it.
I feel like that was kind of obvious, but I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I think if you want to rank them, and opinions change. I may rank them differently later, but here on the spot, I would say, I would say 1, 3, 4, 2.
Okay, and then obviously,
and I won't even put 5 on the list.
5 is so bad it's not even included. On
No, I'll do this. 1, 3, 4, 2. Olympus Has Fallen.
Thank you.
You thought I was gonna say. I know what you thought I was gonna say.
Let me rate them. Let me rate them. 1, 3, 2, 4. No, actually, no. I would put. You know what? Honestly, I think 4 is starting to come around to me.
Yes.
Because now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I did have more fun on this recent viewing of 4. I had more fun watching 4 than I did with part 2.
Hey, all right.
I mean, not by a lot. I'm not going like, holy crap, 4 is leaps and bounds beyond 2.
No.
But I did enjoy 4 a little bit more than I did part 2. Whereas 2 does still kind of is still closer to the Die Hard films, obviously because it's part 2 and it's not part 4. But
or 5.
4 or 5. But 4 was still very enjoyable. So yes, I would definitely do 1, 3.
Same order.
Yeah, 1, 3. So yeah, 1, 3, 4, 2, Paul Blart, and then 5.
Well, in looking back at what we did, and actually having some friends who've commented and taken looks at them,
yes,
I feel like we got a good. You have a good podcast.
Hey, you know what? And I wanted you to be a part of the initial franchise strictly because if I knew this first franchise was going to be kind of a little bit of a workshop. Like we kind of slowly developed what the concept of the show was going to be. And I felt like if there was anybody out there, this is just you and me, like just patting ourselves on the back at this point. But if there was anybody out there who was that I knew would help me kind of workshop it, it would be you, and you'd be able to roll with my stupid comments every once in a while and my sometimes lack of preparedness. Even though I always have my notes, I sometimes lose track of where I'm at.
It's no problem, man. But I appreciate Jessica, who has been listening to the cast. She pointed out that in 3, we forgot to mention that the badge payoff was very similar to the watch payoff that they set up in the first one.
True.
That I appreciate her pointing that out. It shows she's enjoying listening to us, and
it's good to know that. I mean, definitely so. Like, so that was one other thing that I thought we would do at the end of these, at the franchise wrap up would be to discuss anything that we might have forgotten about, or maybe we thought about after the fact that we should have, that we were like, we'll do it later. We didn't talk about it, but that's definitely one of them. Just the concept that in part 3 of introducing an item kind of very nonchalantly, it's there,
very innocuously,
exactly,
just like something,
and then have it have a plot-driven payoff later in the film. Because definitely without the watch, it wouldn't have, you wouldn't have that good reveal at the end of 1, or you wouldn't have that moment at the end of 1 without the badge number. There's a lot that wouldn't have happened without that. John would have been dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably would have gotten out after they gotten, down to the basement, would have realized there's something shady going on because, the McClane sense kicked in, and then he would have realized.
McClane sense tingling.
McClane sense is tingling. Just, I don't know. That's bad. But yeah, I do agree. I was trying to think if there's anything else from any of the other movies that we didn't talk about. I did make a correction on the one for part 3. Regarding what Simon was eating, I know I messed up about that, but that wasn't anything we forgot. That was just me being stupid and in the moment saying the wrong thing. So, but that's on the GoSat page for that. So, So is there any other thoughts, TC? Is there any other thoughts regarding the Die Hard franchise? Would you? I'm assuming by us saying that there is this movie does not deserve a sequel,
right?
Would you ever want another Die Hard film? Would you ever want a reboot? Would you ever want a part 6 if it were? Would you ever want anything else to ever come out of this?
I don't think you could reboot it. I don't think that you. They will. They'll figure out. They'll just hey, it's the new Die Hard, and it just won't. It won't be the magic that first one is. But I do stand by my Lucy McClane Die Hard franchise. I think that there's something there that could be so much more interesting, that you could really pare it down. You could find a real fun way to put her in the wrong place at the wrong time, and potentially have yourself, even if it's just one and done, a special movie. Because as much as there's a lot of female empowerment in something like the Hunger Games, the attempts of the Divergent series, you look at the Underworld franchise, there's certainly like female heroines out there, but sometimes they still like Angelina Jolie, anytime she's an action hero, still feels very exploitive, like, oh, look how sexy she is.
Right.
There isn't a lot of opportunities, and someone could correct me if I'm wrong, to see an every woman doing what she's doing. To see Sarah Connor, that sort of, to see Ripley those are sci-fi movies, but they are every women. They are not impossibly hot women. They are not impossible kung fu masters. They're just regular women who are doing what they're doing. They're, Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies, something like that. Was that a groan?
No. I really enjoy that movie.
Okay. So I think a Die Hard returning to the core of, forget the whole blockbuster explosive action movies. The core of this was a regular Joe Schmo who's in the wrong place, who does the right thing, and there's a cheeky fun about it. And I think there's an opportunity to return to that. That's what the Die Hard franchise has always been at its best, and that's what it maybe could be again. But I don't know. I don't think it can. I think it's too special in the zeitgeist of movies that you can't get to that again.
Right. It's gone too far, and it's hard. They can't do like the Bond franchise and do the hard reboot that kind of just goes, all right, well, we're just kind of starting all over again. We're done with that. Yeah. Like, they can't really. Yeah, they could. I know there's future franchises that have attempted to do that, and especially when we get into like the horror movies. And let me just give you a little hint: they don't go over well. They don't work at all. But yeah, I agree with that the heart of the Die Hard franchise was just the man in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I feel like the last entry that did that remotely well was Die Hard 4. You hit Die Hard 5 and we're beyond it. John McClane is a superhero. He is no longer a person who you can remotely go, yeah, I could totally survive that. I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Because there's not even that. There's not even that moment. Like in Die Hard 4, you could still kind of go, I could do a lot of, okay, not the jet and the cement. Okay, maybe not that part, but there's a lot of that I could do.
I could listen to Creedence.
I do listen to Creedence. Like, I could do that. I'm more like John McClane than I thought. I already shaved my head, so I'm like halfway there, right?
You just have to always look like you've been sucking on a lemon.
That's true. Always.
That's what Bruce Willis looks like now. He's just always
always looking like he's just got done sucking on a lemon and has smoked 25 packs of cigarette that morning. I'm just up here all the time talking like. Yeah, just constantly. Also, nowadays I have to make sure that I am impervious to falling, to glass shards, and to fire.
Oh, yes. You are completely indestructible.
Indestructible. I could fall 2 stories through glass, land in a pool at Chernobyl.
At Chernobyl. Yeah, we didn't even discuss that, did we? You're opening this can of worms back open again. The entire final sequence of this movie takes place at freaking Chernobyl. They're diving into, it's just rainwater. Shut up.
Shit, I don't care. There is still, like, I know it's getting better, like they've said, but it's not. And they're just wandering around. It's almost like, and this is the last thing I will say about this movie, it's almost like the writer went, what's in Russia that they could go to? Wait, let's just Google what's in Russia. Chernobyl, beautiful.
Chernobyl.
That's the final act of the film. Oh, and they're going for uranium. That's in a secret vault inside the mail post office.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. What a way to end the franchise. Well, TC, if you have no other comments, was there anything else you could think of before we wrap up this episode?
Nope, that's it. This was awesome. I look forward to doing another franchise with you in the future. I have plenty that I could throw at you. I obviously have a soft spot for the Fast and the Furious franchise, which you've never seen any of those.
I have not seen those, and you know what, sir? I will personally reserve the Fast and the Furious franchise for you. You and I will do those together. I do want to do those soon, too, actually, at some point.
All right.
The beauty of that is that they just keep making those suckers.
That's right.
That franchise is just going to go on forever. But, I definitely appreciate you being here. This was definitely a lot of fun for these 5 movies. And TC will not, unfortunately, not be back next time as we start a new franchise. At the time of recording this, I have it narrowed down to 2 different franchises, but I don't know which one it's going to be yet. So, but there will be, unfortunately, I was going to correct myself, but I'm correcting myself and say, no, unfortunately, TC will not be back for those. There will be another co-host, and that's the premise. That's the concept of the show, is that each franchise, I want a different person to help with. There will be repeats of people, just not one franchise after another. So, we might see you again in 2 or 3, hopefully sooner rather than later, sir.
All right. I look forward to being here.
So, all right, everybody. TC, real quick before we sign out, anything you wish to plug or anywhere that people can find and talk to you while you're away from the franchise world?
All right. Well, you can check me out on Instagram and Twitter, TC's Big Head. You can also check out a lot of the short films that I've made over at, you can find me on YouTube. But if I could plug real quick my podcast, The Rewatchman, which is a weekly podcast that's similar to this. We discuss films, we rewatch a movie we haven't seen in a while and reevaluate it with some time away. Opinions change, and sometimes something you hate, you might not hate so much anymore. Something you love, you actually might see some cracks in the foundation. So that's The Rewatchman, and it's available on iTunes. And check out the Bit Life show on YouTube, where I do a monthly 1-minute review, the 1-minute rewatch, which is a lot of fun. And this week, as of this airing, I did a substitute guest spot on the 1-Minute Gamer. So check that out at the Bit Life show as well.
Yes. Lots of fun. You do so many things.
I was on another podcast yesterday.
Yeah, some people are worried that their voice will never be recorded and no one will ever remember your voice. Sir, people are going to know every inch of you for the rest of eternity. You know that, right?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm always flattered when people tell me they actually listen to the stuff I'm on. So I'm like, really? You were willing to listen to me for that long? Okay,
that's good. That's good. Well, why do you think I've had you on for 5 episodes? So that's 5 hours of you that I have recorded, and it's never going away.
Do you have anything to plug?
Besides this podcast, which everybody needs to be doing and listening to, hopefully. Not a lot right now. There's a couple other projects in the works that we're working on. You can definitely
footnote.
Yes. This is fun. Actually, at the right now today, about 4 4, 5, 6 hours ago, we released the short film Footnote, which we produced back in, which I was one of the co-writers for and one of the VFX artists for, that we wrote back in November, is finally released now. A nice little short film we did for the 72-hour Film Fest that can be found on the Backflip YouTube page. So if you just go onto YouTube and look up Backflip or Backflip Films, you will find it. Look for Footnote. Nice little short film, which is actually sort of reignited my world and this whole new series of shorts that we're working on currently that we're going to kind of slowly produce and make, as well as a new podcast or a new audio drama that Mr. DeWitt there and myself are working on, which is going to be fantastic. That takes place in the same fictitious world as Footnote. You can definitely find me on Twitter at randombell.com. No. Just randombell. I get those confused. On Twitter at randombell. For the future movies, I think I will be doing the live tweeting while watching them, just because that's fun. So definitely follow me on Twitter, because you'll see more of my running thought process as I watch these movies, is what's going through my head. I also make some jokes, and then I also complain a lot, like in this movie. But definitely find me out on randombell on Twitter as well. Also, in future note, eventually, once Google Play opens up their podcast division, which is coming, this podcast has already been accepted as one of the podcasts that'll be on there. So for you Android users out there who don't have access to iTunes, you can definitely eventually find us on Google Play on all your Android devices and listen to us on there, which I just thought was kind of fun. That was just kind of a side thing that I just got an email for last week that I thought was cool. So,
all right.
Well, thank you again, TC. And with that, we put a close temporarily on the Die Hard franchise. Again, if there's another movie in the future, we will come back and we'll record an episode 6 to the Die Hard films.
Yes. No. Wait, I don't know. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I'm so conflicted.
Quick, let's go watch 40 minutes of car chase.
All right, let's do it.
All right, everybody. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, TC. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
This has been a production of Ghost Hat Media, proud member of the Ghost Hat Network. Find them online at www.ghosthat.net.
I like the ending.